somewhere, wherever the priest likes it. They like it, some like it over here, some like it up here, the cardinal likes it way up here for some reason. Some like it right in front, right at the edge of the altar. Different. But you'll become accustomed to that. You'll get used to where they want the sacramentary to be for their best use. Over here, you're going to have the chalice, and maybe a pall, a purificator. You're going to have the wine, and you're going to have the bread. Now you know in your own parishes what those containers look like. I won't go into detail about those because they're different in every single parish. So you know what they are, but they should be here. So you have control over them. Now, if like in our parish, during the collection, the servers bring up the chalice and the sacramentary. Well, they always put them on the corporal. So I get up, as soon as they're done, I leave my chair, and I come over and I arrange the sacramentary, open it to the proper page for the prayer over the gifts, because I know what presiders want them where. The pastor likes it a little bit over here. Father Bill, who I told you about before, sits in a chair. His chair is back here, so he wants the book as close to him as he can get it, right up to the edge. Different. Okay? Just get accustomed to those things. What your pastor, your presider's needs are in the parish. And then I place the chalice over here. They put it over here. I move it over, take the pall off, lay the purificator beside the chalice, because I'll be the next one to touch these. And then, when we come back, after the offertory procession is done, the next thing you're going to do is hand the bread, whatever that is in, whatever container that is, you're going to hand that to the presider. That's the first thing. You hand him these things. He doesn't reach over and grab them from you. He doesn't take them off the thing like if they're laying there and you're not quite there yet. It's not his role to take it and offer it. It's his role to receive it from you. It's your role to present it to him. You're the intermediary all the time. Okay? So you hand him the bread, however that's done. Now, you could be doing this from the left too, depending on how your parish is set up. But you're going to have to eventually, for the Eucharistic prayer, you're going to get yourself to his right. But at this part of the process, it could be from the left side or the right side. You hand him the bread. The next thing you do is you take the water, the crude water from the altar server. Now, if your altar servers are trained properly, they'll be standing somewhere ready for your signal. They might be at the base of the stairs. They might be standing right next to you. But they will present you the crude. You pour a drop or two of water into the main flagon. You don't pour your 6 cups and then put a little bit in each one. One only. One pour only. Now your pastor may challenge you on this, but this is also in the right. This is the proper way to do it.
Also the general instructions that way.
Yeah, it is. But some pastors, for some reason, they like to pour first and then consecrate them all at the same time rather than consecrate and then pour at the fraction time. So the proper way to do it is to just pour one drop in. Lord, by the mingling, have you memorized this? Yeah? It's in the sacramentary.
Yeah.
Lord, by the mingling of this water and wine, may we come to share in the divinity of Christ. It's in the sacramentary.
It said, Lord, by the mingling of this water and wine, may we come to share in your divinity. May we come to share in your divinity, who humbled himself.
To share in our humanity.
Share in our humanity.
Now, write yourself a script
Yeah.
for the first 6 months or
Yep.
so. Place it right there. Have it in your pocket. Whatever. But just lay it right there. No question. Not just lay it right there. Lord, by the mingling of this water and wine, may we come to share in your divinity. Who humbled himself to share in our humanity. Memorize that. Because you will use that every single time you serve as deacon of the altar, which is probably at least once a week, maybe more.
Sometimes the priest will say it with you, but actually it's supposed to be inaudible.
Yeah.
Sometimes the priest will say it with you, just don't be intimidated and do it anyway.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't say it at all.
No, it's your prayer.
You're the one pouring the water and the wine. You're mixing the water and the wine. That's your prayer. again, stand up for what's yours. Very important. Then, from that large container, whatever that is, they don't like to use the word flag anymore, we'll call it container. From that large container of wine, you pour however much that presider wants or needs. Now, pardon me, at the cathedral when they had the big glass chalices, the cardinal wanted that 3/4 full. You put a little bit in the bottom like this, and he holds it up for the consecration. The only people going to see it are the ones that are in the sanctuary. The first row wouldn't even see that. He wanted it 3/4 full. In our parish, the pastor only wants enough for him and for me. Everybody else receives from different cups. So for the consecration, I only pour a little bit in the bottom of the chalice. You need to have an understanding about that with your pastor. How much do you want me to pour? You'll get used to that over time, but it's probably a good idea to ask and find out what they want you to do.
Be aware if you have concelebrants, that there's extra.
Yeah, the more priests there are. Now, it may be customary in your parish that all of the Eucharistic ministers drink from the chalice. Then you need to pour more. You need to pour however much. It's always good to pour a little more than you need because you'll always consume it after the communion rite, at the end of the communion rite anyway. So it's better to pour more than you need.
Are you saying, okay, what is the norm? During the consecration, we have all the wine poured, or we wait till after the consecration and make a fraction?
That's the norm. Is to consecrate from the chalice and one container.
Now, I've heard that flag is not supposed to be on the altar at all in consecration. Isn't that the norm?
No. If you'll notice at the cathedral, they're anywhere from 4 to 6